Slash, a horror movie podcast. What's up, Hack Stab Slash? Coming out with you with another episode this week. We got to witness an advanced screening of Evil Dead Rise, directed by Lee Cronin. And let me tell you, it was one hell of a ride. With a perfect blend of bloody, disgusting horror and comedy, this is one you definitely don't want to miss. Passing it over to Sean or Justin, what did you guys think?
Wow, well, first I wanted to think that was an incredible intro. Great voice right there. I mean, I don't even know how I can even follow that up. But hella awesome time last night seeing this in the theater. So incredible seeing this, 9 days before it even comes out. But you'll be listening to it right now. We're dropping this on the Friday, the day it comes out. And so I hope everyone is running to the theaters and seeing it. And I hope everyone enjoys it as much as I enjoyed it. Sean, what are you thinking?
I mean, I enjoyed this about as much as the time I first had sex. It was fantastic. It felt like it was quick, but it really lasted forever, or maybe it felt like it lasted forever, and it really was quick.
Wow.
Dude, I fucking love this. Like, I am not a huge fan of remakes. Like, I enjoy remakes because it's like an updated version, and it doesn't hold a candle to an OG. But where this isn't technically like a remake, and it's not a reboot. It's kind of like a revive of the franchise. Bro, please tell me they're making another one right now.
They have to be, because it was right there at the end of the movie. Like, he rose out of the water.
Did you see?
Before we get into anything, Hack Stab Slash, anyone out there listening, this is going to be spoiler heavy. We're not holding anything back. Because when we did Scream 6 and we tried to keep it spoiler free, guess what, ladies and gents? We were told we sucked.
That was a bad episode.
And I screwed up because I kept giving spoilers every second.
Yeah, and then you said you hated Scream, and then we almost had to kick you off the podcast.
Yeah, dude, there was so many bad feelings about that. And
it was right after that. Justin said he was going to leave.
And then I did quit, and then I came back in 7 hours.
It was, you know what happened to Waterboy, guys? He said that he hated a certain something that Justin loved, and Justin went out for a pack of cigarettes and didn't come back.
Yeah,
he just didn't come
back. But then he did.
He did.
And then he did when we filed for child support.
He did.
It was tough. I tried quitting. It's awkward. I had to put like my 2-week notice into them, and they denied it. Awkward as shit. Instead of
you don't quit on us.
He left me a note on my case that said, "Fuck you, I quit."
Yes, I actually really did do that, and unfortunately, they told me no. So I'm being held hostage and here to podcast with you guys. So
I walked into work and I didn't even clock in, and Justin hit me with a quick spin, James Brown, get down, double fingers up, and he was like, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
Yeah.
By the way, I quit.
That was a rough day. But getting back to Evil Dead, and before we jump right into the opening scene, did you guys see you talk about how you hope there's a sequel? Did you see when they asked Bruce Campbell, they're like, how does this fit into the series? Like, is this like a sequel to the 2013? Is this a sequel to like Army of Darkness? Does this come from the show? And I thought his answer was badass. He literally said,
I didn't hear his answer, but I hope it was just one word: beautifully.
Well, that's pretty much what he said. He said, as you remember in Army of Darkness, there are 3 books of the dead, 3 Necronomicons. So basically, wherever those 3 books end up, and whoever finds those books, you have an Evil Dead story. So I thought that was so cool how he just literally said there's 3 books circulating in the world right now. Wherever this one happened to be in Los Angeles. So guess what? They opened it in Los Angeles, and there was a story.
I hope and I pray that Bruce Campbell comes in this next movie. I really hope that he plays Bart.
So I thought that was a badass answer. Like, just it is what it is. The book, they found the book, it unleashed it. Here we go. That's the story.
There it is.
Really cool answer.
There it is.
Whoop, there it is.
Whoop, there it is. Let's get into this shit.
All right.
So Evil Dead Rise, ladies and gentlemen, is a twisted tale of 2 estranged sisters whose reunion is cut short by the rise of flesh-possessing demons, thrusting them into a primal battle for survival as they face the most nightmarish version of family imaginable. Oof. Moving the action out of the woods and into the city, Evil Dead Rise tells a twisted tale of the 2 estranged sisters played by Sutherland and Sullivan. Wow, that is a mouthful.
Yeah, that's too similar.
It starts off, ladies and gents, of the typical cabin in the woods, and then we are in the city of angels. Justin, take it away. How'd you like the opening?
Love the opening scene, especially because I already forgot. Like, you just you get sucked right in, like you said, Cabin in the Woods, like just old school, and it's just so badass. You just see the dock; they're out there flying like a drone around,
dude.
So and it's just like
Bro,
a guy.
yeah, dude, like the intro.
Like,
Sorry to cut you off, dude.
No,
I'm
go
so
ahead.
hyped up. So
You both.
All right,
get
so-
so
I was
So, yeah, dude, the intro, we always get that fucking crazy, like, Evil Dead going through the woods and all this other shit. They tied it in so perfectly with
the fucking drone.
right? You literally, like, right away, like, in the woods scene, like, the demons is coming.
That's what I thought. That's
And
exactly what
I did too. I was like, holy shit, it's already sounding off. Nope, it's a drone. It's just a guy out there.
Yeah.
He's flying a drone with the girl and kind of like startles the girl. They're talking like, oh, they better go check on their friend who's not feeling good.
Yeah, he's like, I gave her a Klonopin so she can deal with whatever the fuck's going on.
Whatever the hell she's down with. Like, they have no clue what this girl's dealing with.
He's a great guy.
But then, dude, it escalates so fast, like so creepily. Like, we're talking like 2 minutes in.
Oh my god. She's just sitting in the room with her and she's reading a book, and then all of a sudden she just starts giggling. And then she sits up and starts reading the exact line of the book that she's reading.
Word for word. And they give
you
the illusion of like them cutting back and forth between the two girls and the book. That
So
as her eyes are reading this book, dude, she's reciting. Yeah, she's reciting it back to her as if she can hear it in her mind. Like, you know, when you read a book, as you read it in your mind, you can hear your own voice telling it to you. It gave you that illusion that it was coming from the demon.
Insane. And you just see her voice start to shift and change the whole time.
Oh.
And then what comes after this? She gets fucking scalped.
She literally grabs her hair. Just grabs her like pony and pulls her hair off.
What did she say? She says something like, she's like, since your friends aren't coming, can I have your car so I don't have to deal with that brainless piece of shit boyfriend you've got outside? Or something like that, dude.
And
then she she fucking grabs her by the hair, dude, and scalps her like she's a goddamn Indian. Oh man, dude. And then she's like, who's the brainless bitch now?
Dude,
insane.
So good.
And then it just picks up right on the dock with that girl. She walked out there with her scalp off and like to her boyfriend, and like he sees her and he's panicking. And then before they're done even panicking, the other girl walks up to the dock and
she throws the fucking scalp.
She catches throws the scalp, then catches the drone mid-flight in one hand, and then uses it on her fucking face, falls into the pond.
Yeah, and then the boyfriend dives in after her
into the pond,
and she literally. This is like we always talk about CGI and how much we hate it, or unless it's used perfectly. Like when she throws the head out of the water, you can tell it's like a practical effect. But then the second they show the head for a half a second, you can tell it's CGI.
Yep.
Yeah.
And all that is for the illusion of him blinking.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then it gets right away from it and it goes right back to practical. And I fucking loved it.
Just insane. And literally, Evil Dead rises. You see her rise from the water.
Yeah, dude. And as she goes up, like you see the Evil Dead come up
it's just
behind
so slow like this. And then literally it's just like big red letters. Evil Dead, boom, on the screen.
That is the
end of the opening scene. Like
1 day earlier.
Yeah, and then literally it just says 1 day earlier, and then all of a sudden, boom, we're thrust into the city. But just opening scene, like A+ opening scene, A+.
Perfect way
guys,
to get started.
This movie, I am so like, I'm not one for like, you know, torture porn or just like
I'm over all
nothing
that
like that. But we get literally 10 minutes of character building in this entire movie. And that's all you need, dude.
Yeah.
That is all you needed.
Dude, they did it so good. Like, so anyway, opening scene. So then boom, we're into the present day, and you're right into the high rise in LA, and you meet the family.
Yep.
And like you said, it's probably 10 minutes of seeing the family, and you meet Ellie. You've got 3 children.
You meet Ellie, you meet Beth, you meet Bridget, and you meet Danny.
You hear their whole life.
And Cassie, the little
like
girl.
10 minutes. You
right away.
Like just the way it kicks off, dude, and you see like the soldering, and she's using the tattoo gun. Yep. And you're like, oh, sweet, dude. Like, this is her profession, dude. She's covered in tattoos. Mm-hmm. You know, most of it looks like she may have done it herself, like based on placement. Yep. And she's fucking with that. And who is it? Bridget is giving her mom shit because she wants to go to like an environmental protest. And the mom is like, go check the laundry for your black t-shirt. And oh, by the way, tell your brother to turn down the fucking music because homie thinks he's Pauly D just ripping
DJ Danny.
Danny's
DJ
going
Danny,
nuts, dude, on that turntable.
DJ Danny, dude.
Let's go, DJ Danny.
Yeah, dude. And then you meet Bridget, who's just an absolute sweetheart. Like I love the way she her voice is. Like it made me.
Are you talking about Cassie, the little girl? Are you talking about Cassie?
Yeah, Cassie.
Yeah, Cassie, the little girl.
Yeah, it instantly made me be like, yo, like she's a sweetheart. Like I already like her. You don't even need no lines. You're my favorite character. What's up?
Yeah, no, you wanted to hug her and just protect her. And like I said, they do 10 minutes of this. You build it. You see that Ellie's husband, like you find out her husband's left.
Yep.
You see the relationship between her and Beth spinoff. But you really feel for the character. They do it so good. They give you just enough character building. Like I felt the last movie, the 2013 one, you didn't care about any of the characters. There was no stake. They raised the stakes in this one. You feel for that. It's a family. Like, holy crap, the stakes have been raised.
Yeah, the 2013 version was literally just the gross out factor, and there was like no plot. You didn't know the character. Like it was just.
No, I even rewatched it. I thought I was too harsh on the movie. I rewatched it. Some people like it and stuff. I know we all have different opinions as horror fans. I watched it. I think it's totally forgettable. I think it's absolutely awful. But that's the last time I'll talk about that. We're talking about this one.
Dude, I know I've seen that movie and I don't remember any of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you remember it? No, it's so blah, so forgettable.
That's like I've rewatched the Cabin in the Fever. Cabin in the Fever remake.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and I completely I know I had seen it because I love the one with Boy Meets World guy in it.
Love that one. I haven't seen it.
I'm drawing a blank on his name.
It's so good.
But dude, I just fully forget anything about the remake.
It was not good. Not good at all.
Yeah, dude. And then it's just the story time with the family, dude, is just so believable because we get Auntie Beth come in. And she tells them all these wild stories about her on the road. She's got trinkets for everyone. And then she pulls out the beer mug. And they're all of them just look at her and she's like, what aren't you guys telling me?
So awkward.
And Ellie is just like, Danny, why don't you take Bridget and Cass and take my car and go get pizza? And then you're like, oh shit, some serious stuff went down. Either homie left or homie's dead.
And not to mention that we also learned that this apartment building that they're in is very old and they have to get out of there.
Torn down in a month.
Yeah.
So there's little people left in there. It's just people who haven't found a place to go yet.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then we get the creepy neighbors that pound on the door. I believe their names are Scott and Jake.
Yeah.
They pound on the door.
How do you remember that?
I got the cast profile pulled up on my phone.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Yeah. Dude, so they bang on the door. And I said to Justin in the movie theater, I was like, is this how you hit on ladies when you were in high school? Because they both have individual, family-sized fun bags of fucking Cheetos. And they're eating it. And he's like, the older one is like, yeah. So, mom's working late. We're gonna watch every Freddy Krueger movie from the first to the last one. You want to come get scared?
Even
and
the
little
brother's
like, yeah, the little brother goes, even the bad ones. And he's like, oh, there is no bad ones.
Great line. Great line.
Yeah, yes, there is.
So good.
Sorry to all you Freddy fans out there, but there are a couple bad ones.
There's a few.
Me and Justin, dude, we are diehard Michael fans, and
let's go.
That was a hard pill to swallow with fucking kills. Kills and
some bad ones. Hellraiser, there's a couple bad ones.
Oh.
No. Rephrase that, Waterboy. There's only a couple good ones.
I was gonna say there's a couple good ones.
1 and 2.
1 and 2 are the only ones that I truly like. That's it. And then after
so they fucking scoot and skedaddle, and we get the fucking older neighbor. I can't remember his name. Pops his head out and goes, "Hey, who are you?" She's like, "Oh, I'm Auntie Beth," and he goes, "Oh, the fucking groupie." And she's like, I'm not a groupie. Everyone keeps calling me that.
Yep.
Let's just touch back real quick. We completely jumped over where she's testing her pee for when she's pregnant and she's at a concert.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice right after the opening set of scenes the graffiti art on the door of the bathroom?
I did not notice that.
No, it was a head, but that head was scalped.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah, yikes. Dude. I was like, that is one. Yeah, perfect way to transition.
Right.
Because what had just happened, you see on the walls of this fucking stall. Sorry, I just wanted to throw that in there.
Great.
But Now we go back and we have an earthquake. You guys want to take it over?
They're,
Yeah,
so
you
yeah,
want
I'll take it over if you want.
All right,
Yeah, go for it, my boy.
So they're coming back with the pizza, and then all of a sudden, big earthquake starts going off, and while they're in the parking garage, and just shit starts shaking, going crazy, and somehow like a hole opens up in this parking garage, and Danny goes over there to see it, and he notices down there that it looks like a bank vault. So we find out that a bank actually used to be underneath this building. So Danny goes down there and just starts weird shit just starts happening everywhere. He sees what looks like a concrete coffin with a bunch of crosses all around it, and we even see a like little jump scare with Jesus falling down on a cross.
That scared me.
Yeah,
I almost grabbed Sean's.
I looked
It got
away at
me.
the right time because the people in front of me kept looking like that.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things where like they kept fucking doing it. So I was like, they got to be looking at something. And the second I turned my head is when the Jesus scare happened. So
I almost grabbed Sean's arm in that part. But anyway, carry on.
And
my
he's
arm, he means my massive penis. Not Irish.
Oh man.
There's no denial. There's no denial. There's no denial.
Not going to the movies with you guys again. Not doing that again.
That's a lot. Again. It's not your first time, Justin?
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Anyway,
right.
earthquake.
So earthquake, yep. We're in the bank vault, and Danny ends up finding some random sheets, like old bank stuff, looking through everything, and he finds what is it? The geez, what the
thing
the
that
Necronomicon.
yes. Well, not only that, but
No, he finds vinyl records.
yes, there. That's the word I was looking for. But he finds the book, the Necronomicon, in there, and he brings it up, and they go back upstairs. Everything's okay. His mom was about to go search for him, and they go back upstairs, and he starts to try to open up this book, and you could tell it's like skin, and then the teeth are locking the book.
Oh, the teeth
together. Yeah, dude.
Oh,
and he ends up hurting his finger, and one of the worst mistakes, he sucked that blood after hitting. Terrible.
Yeah, you don't bleed on the book. You don't bleed. Don't drip blood on the Book of the Dead. No, don't do it.
Sucked it right up, dude. And then the book opens up.
It's all about that sucking. Keep going.
Yeah, dude. God damn it, dude.
You set yourself up for that one.
And he opens it up, looking at all these pictures. His sister walks in, witnessing, what all the book has inside of it. And she's like, don't fuck with that. He should have fucking listened.
Should have listened, but DJ Danny
starts spinning those records, dude. And
I would have stopped after the first one. Like, you got some creepy ass fucking old minister, dude. Just
I would have stopped right away.
Off, dude. And you can hear the entire church burn it. He's like,
oh shit, this is great.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna put this in my next dubstep track.
Right.
And then
keep spinning it.
Every burn it.
And then we get to the next vinyl, and it has the priest talking about the words, or the transcribing the book.
Yeah.
And another mistake, and we start listening to it.
Yeah, dude, just noises like that come out of nowhere.
Yeah, dude, it was insane.
He starts, like, the record goes, he starts reading in Latin, and I will give Danny some credit. All right, my boy got scared fucking shitless and tried to lift the needle off the record. When it doesn't work and you realize there's a force holding it, homie, I'm unplugging the speakers. I'm breaking that shit.
I would have jumped off the window. That was absolutely terrifying.
Right?
And then how cool was it when you see like the spirits coming? Usually you see it like through the woods, but seeing it this time like go like through the city.
Yeah, dude.
Like so that was so cool. And of course, like poor Ellie, she was what was she just doing, like laundry? She was like getting into the elevator.
Yeah, dude, the worst part about that, she wasn't doing laundry, dude. She was bringing down her ex-husband's clothes.
Oh yeah,
she was packing to move, so she was getting rid of it. Waterboy just lost connection because he's getting the shit beat out of him by his little daughter.
I saw that. She started swinging at him, and then
she came out of nowhere, and she was like, "Dad, what are you doing? Pay attention to me."
Right.
All right, so let's keep going, Justin.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Take over, or you want me to?
Yeah, we'll just talk about that scene for a second. So anyway, like it just goes right into Ellie in the elevator, and this scene was so badass. She's all of a sudden she's getting like strung up by like what the elevator cables starting to like reach into her.
Yeah, the whole fucking elevator dude goes nuts and starts like collapsing.
Yeah, it's collapsing on her.
It like puts a noose around her.
And this is so awesome. So she is like literally tied up. It grabs both her legs. It grabs, like you said, she's got around her neck, her arms. And tell me that wasn't the scene from like the tree scenes from all like the other movies.
Oh
the
yeah,
tree.
dude.
So,
that was a way of paying homage. Hands
so
down.
cool. They did it in like an elevator. So that was so badass that, and I mean, poor Ellie, like she was really awesome. But so now she is possessed, and it gets so creepy when she first goes back to her room. You want to take it from here?
Yeah. All right, dude. So they go back to the room, and the three kids and the aunt all like, go, Mom, like try to get her attention. And she just doesn't respond. And Beth is like, Sis. And she just turns and walks right into her room, and they don't know what the fuck's going on. She lays down, she looks like shit. Long story short, dude, like she goes into some convulsions. She comes out of the bedroom, and it looks like she's like fully possessed, but she's fighting it. And then she just throws up like all this white shit, dude. It looked like just like if someone was to pump Waterboy's stomach full of cum and just spew it onto the floor.
Jesus Christ!
Sorry, I had to do that. Yeah.
Did we already go? She walked into the kitchen and started, making some breakfast.
Yeah, dude. She walked in. She starts making breakfast. She goes nuts, and she tells the family, like, "I'm just so glad everyone's here." And I had a dream. And she starts. It sounded like she was reciting the lines from the book from the previous scene.
Yeah.
And she's like, I just love you all so much, and I just want to hold you all, and then I want to cut your fucking bodies open so I can crawl inside and keep you all nice. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
That escalated fast,
dude.
Yeah, dude. Like that went from 0 to 1, and then half the
quick.
eggs, dude. Like she was just throwing them in the pan.
Yeah,
like
I got so
the more eggs she threw in, the bloodier they got.
I was just pissed because all that shell was in there, dude. That was one of my big.
I mean,
dude,
waste no food.
And then never mind, just so like pacing from this movie, like from like the second this happens, it is like game on. Like the rest of the movie is just bonkers.
From this point on, it's just
crazy.
Because like I said, dude, she goes into convulsions, she pukes up all that shit, and you can tell she's trying to fight this demon because you can almost see like a twitch, not necessarily a twitch, but like she comes out of it, she snaps out of it. And she looks at her sister, and she like, what is it, Auntie Bev or Auntie Beth?
Beth.
What they call her?
Beth.
For some reason, I felt like they called her Bev. I know it is Beth, but they're like, Auntie Beth, don't let it take my babies.
Yeah.
Like you can tell that's a mom fighting this demon. And unfortunately, the fucking demon wins. Yeah. Because then she just drops and dies.
Like, just dead.
You know what I mean? So they bring her to the bed, and they're talking to everyone else. And they decide, like, we've got to get her out of here. We got to get her help. We got to do something. Yeah. So they make their way, and the elevator at this point is all fucked up from the demon, like, possessing her. The doors are slamming open and shut, open and shut.
That was creepy.
So they open the stairwell, and they're like, Beth starts yelling at Danny. She's like, what the fuck? Let's go. And he's like, the stairs are gone.
Right.
And you see it, and there's like 3 or 4 floors where the stairs have just fully collapsed.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought this part was
insane.
So bad. This was so cool because when I saw the trailer, like I was like, how are they gonna pull this off? I'm sure you guys probably had questions too, because I'm thinking like, all right, they're in like an apartment, like how are they just not going to escape? Like, where are all the other people? Like they addressed all of that. Like we see how it's like an awful high rise that they're leaving. There's not that many people. It's like dilapidated. And then, like you said, the elevator breaks, and then the stairs are just gone. Like they did such a cool job of just like isolating them. Like I thought it was really, really good.
So now we see old redneck hillbilly guy comes out smoking his like 12th cigarette of the fucking night. And he's talking to the neighbor. I think his name's Gabriel. So he's talking to Gabe, and they're like, Gabe's like, yeah, dude, there's a fire escape. I could try it and go get help and send someone back. And old man goes, yeah, but we got to get through 82. And he's referring to one of the apartments that's all boarded up and locked up because those tenants have since moved out. He goes, yeah, dude, just go get your tools. He's like, yeah, I've got the tools to do it, but they're in my truck, in the parking garage, in the basement. So these guys start going at it with a hammer and like a crowbar, And as they're trying to do this, this is the scene where Ellie like snaps out of it and sits up, right?
Yeah, in the bed, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
And
she's
the fly lands on her
the fly
eyeball.
lands on her eyeball.
Like,
And wait, doesn't Beth has like she starts hearing like her phone going off, right? Like it plays one of the voice messages from Ellie or something, or she hears like a message from Ellie through her phone.
Yep. And then all of a sudden, like her eyes like turn real quick right at her. Oh dude.
So fucking
creepy. Yeah, she's so creepy.
And so yeah, I'm pausing because I'm like, because we went and seen this, we didn't take notes, so we can't rewatch it. Like some of these scenes are meshing together because what I had just read happens after the eyeball scene,
right? And it's all
because that eyeball scene, she's laying down and Gabriel shuts her eyes, and then they pop back open, and then they shut the eyes, and then they all go out there and they do the thing, trying to break through the door, and then we see Beth talking to Ellie and she's apologizing and this, that, and the other thing. And like you said, her eyes open again. We see the fly land on it. And as she's looking at it, Ellie blinks and the fly goes away. And then she sits up and they start having a conversation and everyone's like, oh my God, like we thought you were dead. Da, 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 da. And she just fucking loses her mind and makes her way to like the bathroom. She's tripping everyone the fuck out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. So she makes her way to the bathroom. And they're like, she's burning up. So they put her in the tub.
Get ice.
Yeah, dude. Bridget's like, I'll get ice. Yeah. We see the water boiling and like she's going into convulsions and stuff. And then it just stops. And they all kind of like back off for a second. And then she like just explodes out of the fucking water, dude. And like creepy crawlies up to the fucking top.
Exorcist shit.
Sideways. They're all freaking out. They're like, what the fuck's going on?
Dude, falling back in, putting the hand up with the fingers.
And then Ellie, she drops back into the tub and she puts the hands out and she pulls herself up and we get this scene. And they start talking to her. And she starts talking back. And one of the kids, I believe Cassie, says, what's wrong with you, mommy? Or like, why are you doing this, mommy? And she says, my favorite line in the movie is, Mommy's with the maggots now.
Dude, that was actually a pretty good impression. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's kind of creepy.
Like it was fully demonic, and it was I was like, oh shit, dude, it's about to get real.
And then
did one of you guys want to take it off?
She starts crawling out of the bath. They're like, fuck this. And she starts crawling out of the bathroom. The more,
dude, they were all like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this podcast. You don't like Scream 6. Mom. Right. Oh, my bad. That's the plot line for Justin.
No.
Oh my God. I was like, we finally got rid of him. Oh, crap. Can you hear me? Oops.
Jesus Christ. So she comes out of the bathroom and I believe she ended up getting a kitchen knife, was it? And she starts running towards Beth with it and stabs Beth straight through her fucking hand. And
dude. No. It was glass.
Glass, yes.
It was shard of glass. Glass shard.
Shard of glass.
Bro, dude, and she fucking wiggles it.
Like
instead of going in and out, she goes in, holds it, and then you see the camera change angles.
Yeah.
And she's got this smile on her face, bro. And she just goes.
That was nasty.
Crazy. And so that she one of the kids come and hit her over the head, right?
Yeah. Bridget comes in and she hits her with a chair. Yeah. She just dude. It's like a
shot,
Royal Rumble.
I was gonna say WWE chair shot to the head.
I got 3 minutes with your mother.
Hey, get down from there.
Right.
But and then they're all lined up. She playing like almost eeny meeny miny mo with them, like saying who she's gonna go to next.
That was
no. She doesn't do the eeny meeny miny mo first. This is the part where, dude, Bridget hits her with the chair.
Yeah.
And she turns on Bridget and she grabs the tattoo gun.
Yes, there we go.
She's pushing it down and she literally she gets her in the cheek. She like it was like a cheek or eye or something.
She puts her blood
right down here. She cuts her. And luckily they're able to get her off.
Yeah, she puts her blood inside the tattoo gun because that turns her into a deadite.
Yeah. She says, "Let mommy kiss it better," and she literally just licks her cheek.
Licks her. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and
Mouth
Beth, like, dude, this pissed me off. I don't know about you guys, but like, you see this fucking creature laying waste to your niece with a tattoo gun and just openly fucking with her. Y'all gonna take the time to tape up your hand?
Yeah.
Before you go make a move?
Well,
Like,
I
nah,
mean,
bro. I am drop kicking the shit out of you first. Like, get the fuck off her.
yeah, no, that was intense. That was intense.
But I mean, heat of the moment, she might not have like realized what was
Like,
going on
I
and
gotta
just
get
trying
this.
to stop the bleeding. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
My sister's nuts right now. I'm
Right?
gonna handle this.
I mean, 10 minutes earlier, like her sister was alive, and now all of a sudden she's got glass to her hand. So I mean, life came at her fast.
It comes at you real
This
fast.
shit, yeah, shit can change like that.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, Waterboy.
And then we get to the eeny, meeny, miny, mo scene.
Eeny, meeny, miny. I don't think she says Mo.
Oh, I think she points to Cassie.
She points to Cassie, and I think she goes like, "You're next," or something like that. Yeah, she does the eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and she lands on Cassie, and they start freaking out. And if I'm not mistaken, this is where Danny, like bum rushes her into the hallway.
Okay, that's when
if I remember correctly. Yeah, like I'm spacing out a little bit, but one of them, in some way or fashion, gets her into the hallway.
Yep, locks the door
real fast. Once she's in the hallway, they lock her out.
Yep,
and then all the neighbors come out to help.
This was a crazy scene.
Yeah, dude. At first, dude, we see Gabriel rush over to help her because this kid seems like, if you live in an apartment, you want a neighbor like him. He just seems like a good guy. He's not intrusive, but if you need something, just ask. And unfortunately, he goes to help her and see like what the fuck's going on because he thought she was dead too. He doesn't know she woke up. She like just spider monkeys right onto this motherfucker and like latches onto him like an infant reaching for their mother. And she bites into his face. When I say bites, dude, she doesn't just bite. She fucking bite.
She took out his whole socket, bro.
Dude, she sucks out that eyeball. You know what I mean? My man Gabriel drops down in fucking sheer pain, and then she starts gagging
like a cat on a fur ball.
And this is where the comedy kicks in, and it's so subtle, but it's
very
perfectly
subtle.
placed. She spits this thing out so fast, dude, and it hits Jake, the creepy neighbor that was inviting them over to play watch Freddy Krueger. Hits him right in the mouth, and this motherfucker chokes to death.
He chokes to death on the eyeball.
Chokes to death on the eyeball. I see what they did there.
No, like the subtle comedy drop there. You almost need it because I'm telling you, this movie is tense as fuck. I was nervous. I laughed like I was like literally this scene. I was like, "What is happening?" Like I literally laughed because it was just the tension.
That's why I love this scene, like the Evil Dead, like the comedy and the horror. It just fits so well together.
And like as much as I love like Ash or like the scary movies, like this piece of comedy, and the whole theater pretty much laughed when it happened.
No, they really did.
Isn't the theater got in loud, your face like this is gonna be funny, guys. Enjoy.
Yeah, no, it is not.
Yeah. No, it was bang, bang, bang.
Yep.
Yeah,
and it was like if you weren't paying attention, you would have missed it.
100%.
But it was fucking awesome.
Very
awesome. This man drops down. He's choking on the eyeball. We see Gabriel down, and then we get a cutscene, and we see through the peephole now, and we see her running up and down. She's fucking killing everyone.
Chaos.
Fuck all them kids.
Such a good
Scott,
shot.
the little brother, he gets it. You know what I mean? Jake's done. Gabriel's done. She's killing everyone. And then we see old man River across come out with his shotgun. And like they look around and you get like the subtle like look in the peephole and just keep going. She charges him and he shoots her. Like drops her.
Yeah.
Oh.
Boomstick, bro.
And he thinks he's safe. But he's not, because then she gets up, dude, and she fucking kills him too.
Yep.
And she just lays waste to the entire floor. Everyone that is not in that apartment is now dead. And it cuts back, and we see Auntie Beth with the kids, and now Bridget is having a hard time. She's fighting with Danny. She's blaming this all on him. I told you not to do it. You shouldn't have done it. You shouldn't have stolen the book. Like, mom's dead because of you. And then they start like just straight up fighting. Like she swings at Danny and he fucking gives it right back.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm not. I know I've never put my hands on a woman. I hope you two haven't. Otherwise, I'm gonna beat that ass. But I have had family members at younger ages, brother and sister, fully duke it out and witnessed it. But that's like, you know, a 10-year-old versus a 10-year-old. At that
Yeah.
point,
Right.
you don't, you know what I mean? You don't understand that shit. You're just fighting your sibling.
Mhm.
These two fucking go at it. And Auntie Beth breaks it up and she's like, you never,
Never.
ever turn on each other. Never. Like you just always stick together no matter what.
She's taking
And
on
you
that
can
mama
tell-
role.
Yeah, dude, you can tell that is coming from somewhere
Oh,
that
yeah.
Ellie and Beth have had to just be a force to get through life and rely on each other. And she's trying to pass that on to them, especially in these circumstances.
Dude, Beth is so
Yeah.
great.
So
Yeah, dude. So she breaks it up and she asks Danny, she's like, I need to like know what's going on. We need to figure this shit out. And Bridget now makes her way to the kitchen to clean her face.
Oh.
Justin, I'll let you
And-
take over.
Yeah, Bridget, man, poor Bridget. Like she is struggling, and you see her just like getting like first aid kits out and everything, and then all of a sudden, I mean, she starts puking. She is throwing up. It is just
It's like coming out of her
Pouring
eyes.
out of her
yeah, her
nose.
eyes. Yeah, she's bleeding. It's pouring out of her eyes. It's pouring out of her nose. It is so disgusting. And then all of a sudden, when you see, I believe it's what Beth goes to see her, and you see just like first aid kits everywhere, chaos, and you see her up on the cabinet, like facing away, like she's literally like hunched over there. But it's so creepy because her neck is like just like looking
Yeah.
like blankly up
Yeah.
there. So
I'm
she's
pretty
literally
sure
like,
she says like, "What are you looking at, honey?"
yeah. So Beth
Yeah.
literally walks in and she's like, what are you looking at? And she turns her head and she's got like a wine glass, and she's just crunching into it, eating it. And holy crap, she says something. Do you remember the exact quote? She says something about she has a bellyache, tummy ache. She's trying to
She
kill
goes,
the.
"Yeah, I have the creepy crawlies in my tummy,
Oh,
and I need to get rid of them."
need to get rid of the creepy
Can I also
crawlies.
She
in my
says it
tummy.
like a 5-year-old would try to explain
Yeah.
something
Yes.
because she had just thrown up that massive pile of worms.
This she pukes worms everywhere.
Can I
Just
also
got-
say one more?
Yeah, what are you saying,
bullet
Waterboy?
point? So before the scene, we see that the book is actually shifting pictures, and it shows the next deadite, like the next one that's being chosen.
Shows you what's going to
turning
happen.
into.
Yep. Yeah, and just absolutely creepy. And honestly, my play-by-play is so bad in this right now. I
So-
don't remember what she.
When she was
All
eating
right.
that glass, and a shard
Yeah, when
was
she's
poking out
swallowing-
of her throat.
Oh God, yes. So disgusting.
So she jumps off the counter, I believe they and charges her. I believe she kicks her, and then she gets a cheese grater and takes it to
Ugh.
her leg, and just super fast just rips it down her leg. The worst possible. I do wish that they would have did this a little bit slower.
Oh.
That'll have been a lot cooler, or put more factors into it. Yeah.
So she cheese grates Beth's leg. Beth starts getting away, and Danny and Cassie come out of left field, dude, and they start trying to take down Bridget. Bridget has a giant piece of glass, and she goes to charge Cassie. Now, if you like recall earlier on in the movie, Cassie and Bridget were like fighting over the doll Staffney, and they
Staffney,
snap it in
yep.
half. So Cassie still has one half, and when she falls back, this is purely accidental. This poor fucking girl falls back in pure terror, and when she leans back, she's got the broken half sticking up, and Bridget literally lunges to go kill her, and on the lunge, dude, she gets it right through the mouth and the top of the head.
Oh, yeah.
Right through.
Oh, dude, so
That
fucking
was good.
gross.
That was good.
Now,
That was
now
insane.
Yeah, dude, Bridget stands up like she's gonna die. Like it's all over for Bridget.
Yep.
And she proceeds to pull it out of her mouth. And as she pulls it out, dude, she starts like choking on the blood. You can tell she's having a hard time. And then she drops dead. When she drops dead, Danny and Beth come out and they move her. We don't see them move her, but at some point they do put her in the bed. Beth looks at Danny and like just kind of shoots him a look, and he goes, "Well, I thought I should tie her up in case she comes back."
Had her out. Yep.
Smart move, man.
Very smart.
All right.
Very smart.
And next we see Cassie sitting on like a The dresser they have barricaded the wall, and we're back to Ellie. Ellie is now fully functional and back, and she's sitting and she's singing. She's singing some kind of lullaby, and it puts Cassie to ease. So I'm assuming this is a song she sung to her to like help get her to sleep.
Yeah.
And then she turns around and she's like, "I'm all better, sweetheart. You can let me in." Oh, look, even Daddy's here. Daddy's back. Like she blows him a kiss.
Yeah, pretends to talk to him.
Yeah, dude, it just gets it gets all kinds of creepy, and
Poor
you're just praying for Cassie the whole time, and you can see this little girl's heart's breaking.
She just wants her mom.
Yeah, dude, she caves in, and she unlocks the door. Big fucking mistake, dude.
Within like 0.1 seconds,
dude,
that
like
arm was through the door,
grabbing her, literally lifting her up, just choking her.
Yeah, Justin, you want to take it over?
So she's literally choking her. It's insane. And then I believe Danny and Beth run in right there.
Yeah, dude, they start fucking slamming the door.
Yeah, slamming the door, slam on the arm, lock the door, like grab Cassie, tell her she's gonna be okay. And I still don't remember exactly what happens after that.
So they get her back out and they lock the door. And they're like, "It's okay, that's not your mother. Like, we know it's not her." Now they got to come up with a plan. They have to get out into that hallway. They have to take her out. They have to, figure out some help. She tells Danny, she's like, "I need to listen to these records. I need to know what the fuck's going on." So he's like, "All right, I'll show you." When they go into Danny's room where the record player is, he goes, we don't have any power. So they jimmy rig like a bunch of batteries and all that shit. Like clearly you can tell like this family has worked with no electricity before. So she sits down, she solders everything, they get it going, and then she pulls out the headphones. But before she puts them on to do this, she hands Danny a knife and she says, "In case anything happens."
Just in case. Yep.
So he takes the knife, she shuts the doors, she turns on the record player and she starts playing it backwards. And we hear the priest breaking down the events that have happened since he's started to try to translate the book in Latin.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not good.
Not good
Everyone's dying. They've had, I think he says something like fucking 20 priests have come to their aid, and he's the only one left right now.
Yeah.
And his best advice is like full body dismemberment. And even that doesn't work. And you just need to run.
He literally says, like, you got to run.
Just run. And as she's doing this, we hear Whiskers, the cat, up in the air vents. Ellie hears it, and she gets the idea, like, "Oh, I'll just go in that way." So she climbs up. She goes through the vent. She drops down, and she's behind Danny. Or is it? No, she's behind.
She's behind Beth. I believe. Yeah,
she's behind Beth.
And Beth's got the headphones on. Listening to it. Yeah.
And as she's still listening to this, dude, we get Bridget. She pops up awake, fully tied up in this shit. And she like Beetlejuice scream, like fucking zips across the room real fast with like the blanket on, fully tied up.
Like, how'd she know where she was going, dude?
Yeah,
like a ghost. That was so creepy.
Fuck.
Dude. And her and Danny are just fucking going at it.
Yeah.
And then I think she attacks Cassie. They throw Cassie off to the side. Danny jumps back in the way.
Danny jumps in the way.
Her and Danny are going at it. And then, like I said, we see Ellie drop down. She reaches out. She like goes to grab Beth. They start fucking fighting. She puts the knife, right?
Does Danny have the knife?
Danny stabbed her with it.
Danny's got the knife. He stabs Bridget right in the gut.
Yeah.
And then they stop and like kind of back off. Now, Bridget takes the knife out and then she pins Danny in the kitchen, right? Yeah, she pins Danny in the kitchen. She starts stabbing him, dude. She puts through the shoulder. She puts through the forearm. Like she's fucking this dude up.
So bad.
And we see as she's stabbing him, dude, Danny's like, I don't know, mind goes somewhere, and he just tones out this pain, and he reaches over, he turns on the fucking gas and the lighter, and he grabs cooking spray and sprays Bridget, and she just gets engulfed in flames. Boom, down.
Yep. Torches
I feel like these deadites, dude, every time you give them a fatal blow, they die for like a good couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Like it takes the demon enough time to have to like revamp the body to go again.
Regroup. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So she's down for the count, dude. She's burning. They're all freaking the fuck out. Ellie comes out and she starts pulling the whole mother card again. And she's going to town on fucking Danny. She's just going nuts, dude. And Danny drops down and Ellie's got the upper hand. So Ellie's on top of Danny. She's going to town on him. She's ready to kill him. He looks at Cass. Cassie then slides the scissors. They pick him up and they put the scissors right through her fucking nose.
Just one side of him. It was
insane.
Oh, God.
It was so gross, and just the way the blood came out, like you could tell it was very thick and very mucusy.
Very mucusy.
Yeah. All right, dude. So the scissors are through her nose. Now they're like, all right, we absolutely need to get the fuck out of here. Let's go try to break into 82. So they run down the hall. They start smashing the lock. Smash, smash, smash. And it's not working. Now Ellie's awake and back at it, dude. She comes into the hallway and she starts trying to pull the fucking mother card again. Cassie just looks at her and goes, I know you're not my mother. And at this point in time, dude, they have given Beth enough time to grab the shotgun.
Yep.
She's got it loaded and she blows fucking Ellie's leg off from the kneecap down. She drops down. And then as she's trying, to like reload and like regroup and all this shit, we start seeing everyone else wake up as a deadite.
They're back.
Shit, dude, has gotten so real.
That scene was intense.
So out of control. Yeah, dude. And so now we've got Beth and we've got Cass in the hallway just trying to get away, fight for their lives. And she realizes like the only option we have is to hope this elevator holds up. So they get in the elevator and the doors close just before the entire fucking apartment floor can get to them and kill them. They're all outside the door. They're all talking shit. They're
all screaming, "What? Dead by dawn! Dead by dawn!
Dead by dawn!
Everyone
in this apartment's dead by dawn!" And dude, it's absolute mayhem. So these doors close and she starts fucking pressing buttons, dude. There's no power. Nothing's going on. They can't figure it out. And then it lights up. And she starts pressing the buttons. And these buttons slowly start filling with blood. And then once it gets to the top button, you start seeing blood fill into the elevator. You start seeing it like scoop in. And then we get both Bridget and Danny, who are both dead now, and deadites, crawling through the crawl spaces in the ceiling. They make their way to the elevator, and we start seeing hands start reaching in as this elevator is filling with blood.
As it's filling up.
And like they're up to the neck, you know what I mean? The hands are reaching in. Shit has gotten fucking wild.
And it pushes over to the weight limit.
Yeah, plot logic shows you that the weight limit is 9,000. Was it 9,000 pounds or 1,900 pounds or something like that?
Yeah.
Or like 900 pounds. Whatever it is, it clearly exceeds it. The fucking cables snap, dude, and this thing crashes 13 floors down. 13, 14 floors, whatever the fuck it was, 14, 15. I think it only went up to 15.
Yeah.
And I think they were the top floor.
Yeah.
So, dude, it crashes. And the only other movie to ever do a scene like this better is The Shining. And just right at you and called it out.
Yeah, oh yeah, you literally said The Shining. They did The Shining.
The elevator, it was almost like a shot by shot, like the way it like hit the couches in the corridor. And, dude, so this elevator smashes down. The blood fucking comes out. And it just cinematically amazing. Like I don't have one thing wrong about this.
No, that was a badass scene.
And then you see Beth come out and she's gasping for air. She's coughing up blood. And then she looks over and she sees Cass. And Cass looks like she's dead. She fucking runs over. She starts like rubbing her face like, come on, sweetheart, wake up. And finally, dude, Cass opens her eyes and just looks at Beth and goes, am I dead?
That was a tense moment there. That was
very tense.
No, let's get the fuck out of here.
Right.
You can hear something coming.
Oh, yeah.
So they make their way to the parking garage, dude. She hits the beep beep to find the car. They find the car. They go to get in. And at this point, dude, we get a jump, not a jump scene, but we cut back and we see fully fucked up Ellie. And all the deadites, dude, are like digging into her body and like just ripping her apart. And
she's like smiling.
Like Waterboy said, dude, we see the Necronomicon flip pages. And then it stops and we see a single deadite with like a bunch of arms and legs and shit. It just metamorphoses into this one giant glob, if you will, like almost like a slither ass, just consumes everything.
Oh my god, yeah, like in Slither when everything like combined.
Yeah. And then dude, they're in the parking garage and they start the car, they're ready to go, and she asks for the clicker. And the first thing I said, I don't know if you guys heard me, I was like, just fucking drive through it.
Yeah.
I've never talked before during a movie in a movie theater in my life, but I don't know what came over me. I think it was the people in front of us because all I could hear was they're chewing and talking. And all
Oh,
that
dude, those were the
driving me
worst
nuts.
movie people.
Yeah,
Right?
dude,
Fuck
and the
those
second
people.
I said it, just to show you like how much these people in front of us just didn't care about how they talked or anything like that. I said it not thinking about it. I was like, just fucking drive through it. And the guy in front of me literally goes, "Yep, my guy." Like pointed right at me. And I was like,
yeah.
I didn't mean to say that out loud.
Like, whoops.
But they finally get the clicker to stop working. And as it's rising, it's not rising fast enough. They hear them come through the door. You see the door swing and they're like, fuck, dude. They go to punch it.
Else on the game.
And then they realize, dude, like Beth just so happened to stop the car in one of the fucking holes in the garage.
When this scene happened, I thought that they were holding the car back. I didn't know.
I did too. I thought it was one of those like they grabbed onto it,
100%.
Like, lifted it up.
Because when she floored it, I'm like, oh shit, she listened, like so smart, like she's just gonna go no matter what. And like you said, she tried to go, and all of a sudden the car wasn't moving. And then they show you the reverse shot. They show she's literally in front,
she's stuck in one of the craters.
Yeah, craters from the earthquake.
I love this part. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Plot logic. I am a big believer in plot logic. Mm-hmm. These deadites did not have enough physical fucking strength to break down a door.
Yep.
Y'all gonna tell me they had enough physical strength to lift up a car?
Right.
That's true. Smart man.
Yep.
Smart man.
Dude, and this scene gets so tense because literally you like you said, you see that the creature coming and they get out of the car and then it's just like a crazy like Monster Hide movie. Like they're literally like they're hiding behind like the tires and they're literally going around the car.
Yeah.
Like dude, the tense. I was
they're playing tag.
Dude. They were literally playing tag.
Oh my god.
The only thing I can think about is when I go to pick up the boys at daycare and I'm like, get in the car, and they're like, no, I gotta catch them first.
Oh, so crazy. They were literally they're hiding, they're going around and around the car. And I'm pretty sure they have the clicker, and all of a sudden they look and they see the door, right? And it's almost like Indiana Jones. Like the thing is like
starts going down.
Starting to go down, yeah.
It must have been on like a timer or something. You know
right. And all of a sudden you see that. So they're like, holy shit, like the stakes just rise. So they're like, let's run in there. And then they're both running. And Beth gets under. And as
they both get under.
Oh yeah, they both get under. And they're on the other side. And all of a sudden you see her just get pulled, Cassie gets pulled in, and then the door shut. So friggin' Beth is stuck on the other side.
Mommy instinct,
loses
dude.
Her mind. Yeah. She starts trying to like just rip that fucking gate up, dude, and it's not working.
It's not working. She's going to town to it, and then you literally see Cass getting pulled into. Was that like a wood chip? What was that thing?
It was like a wood chipper where they like store the chips when it's finished, like a trailer almost.
Yeah, trailer.
It was like when they yanked her back and like threw her across the garage. That's where she landed. Was in like the side open door.
Yeah, the side of the door. Yeah. Oh,
Jesus.
One of you guys want to take over?
Yeah, it was just so tense. All of a sudden, so you see Cassie's in there, and Beth is just going to town on this thing, and she finally gets in. And she runs in. What does she have? Does she have a shotgun at this point?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wonderboy.
No. She had the chains. She had the shotgun.
Yeah.
Wonderboy. You want to take this over, but I honestly don't. I remember she runs in. I forget if she shoots.
Yeah, and I think she does shoot. She does shoot it, and then at the same time, I think it pushes her back. It's climbing down the actual wood chipper itself, and they start dragging her into the wood chipper, and then Cassie comes over right before she's about to go inside of it. She turns off the machine.
Oh, Cassie, yeah. Cassie turns it off.
And then Beth picks up. She scoots back, pushes off, and then she gets the chainsaw, and then she cranks that shit up, and then tells Cassie to turn that machine back on, and then starts cutting it, pushing it inside that wood chipper. Everything just starts shredding. And then at the last, she even shoves that chainsaw right into her head there. It was fucking insane. Crazy, so brutal. Right. And I love how it's paying homage with the chainsaw and the shotgun to the original Evil Dead. I'm just waiting for her to cut off her arm and just put the chainsaw.
And like you said, she had the chainsaw like upside down, like into her skull, like literally
Dude,
cutting her.
she was like it was going through her skull.
Yeah, through her
Yeah.
skull. She was holding it
front
this
or
way.
back,
Like
it
literally
went
through.
straight down.
Yeah, dude. And it's you see the slow part of the body, like parts ripping off, and you just see the head. I think what did she say?
She says one more thing to her.
Yeah, she says one more thing.
The entire like rest of like the apartment floor is all through the wood chipper, dude. There's fucking blood sprayed everywhere, like covered everything,
everywhere,
the car.
everywhere.
And Ellie is simply only a head and like a torso to the arm. Like you don't see no titties. So, but she's holding on, and she looks at Beth and she goes, you look a lot like mom. And then I think she says something like, I bet you like, fuck up like her too. Like she throws an insult along with it.
Yeah.
And she's like, fuck you. And she just stuffs her into the wood chipper, dude. Oh, so good.
Bing, bang, boom. And then right before that, well, after that anyway, they were going to walk out of there, but she picks up the fucking chainsaw.
Dude, I had chills. Like how she just steps into like all in final girl moment. Like her and Cassie were both so incredible during that scene. Like I literally had chills. And like you said, as they're walking out, she stops, grabs a chainsaw, and you just have the shot of them two walking out. Like as she's holding the chainsaw, I had freaking chills. I wanted to stand up and cheer. So incredible. But then just when you think the movie's over, so like they escape, you just see some girl come out of nowhere.
Dude, completely oblivious to everything.
Yeah, like completely oblivious. She's complaining about like a loud noise and the thunder or the earthquake and all the stuff. I just kept her up, and she's just talking on the cell phone to her friends. Like nothing. Like she doesn't. Oh my god, she doesn't even see everything at first.
Walking out like from Legally Blonde or something.
Yeah,
and she like walks through the blood, the guts, the fucking blood everywhere. Like even the hallway, bro.
Dude, she doesn't see like anything, and she's talking to like a friend about weekend plans, about going somewhere, and how she's gonna pick her up and everything. And then I think she finally does see. She actually does finally realize that she's walking through like a pool. Dude,
she gets
blood.
Into her car.
Yeah.
She starts it up, puts it in reverse, and then sees it in the rearview mirror that the station wagon is covered in blood.
Then
and
finally
decides, if you see something like that, bro, I'm out.
Oh yeah.
I am out.
Nope.
And I'm not talking about getting out of my car to go inspect it.
Yeah, she gets out of her car to go.
Yeah.
And as she's out of her car,
3 numbers to come look at it for me.
Right. And like you said, as she's out, all of a sudden she's out of her car, and you kind of hear the stuff going around, the demons. You hear it, and she's kind of like, She's looking around, and then you have that boom into her, like absolutely crazy.
And credits.
And
credits. Her. Yeah. Before that, dude, we see. Because this chick has had a full hat on the whole time.
Yeah.
Right before the credits roll, like it possesses her, she jolts back, and we see her FaceTiming the girl from the opening credits, scalped, bitching about her boyfriend. And now it's come full circle.
Dude, and I honestly at that point, like you forget because you just went on this wild ride. I forgot that it even said like one day earlier.
Yeah, dude, I forgot all about the beginning until the ending.
At the very end, I was like, holy shit, like one day earlier, that's the girl. Like that's how all of a sudden now.
That's why.
Like,
you literally said that out loud.
Yeah, I literally said that to him. I was just like, what? And then it sets up, it goes to the beginning scene. And oh my god, look at I still have the tattoo on me. Oh, wait.
Oh yeah, I got.
Oh, there it is. I just looked. I'm like, oh my god, I got the Evil Dead Rise. I'm showing the wrong.
I can't. I can't.
I'm like, where's the camera? That was awkward. But yeah, holy shit. End credit. Movie is over. Let's go.
And there's definitely got to be a sequel because,
dude,
there just has to be.
I can't wait for this movie to come out and for people to see it.
It's
so excited for everyone to see it.
I have no gripes with this movie. I can't wait. I personally cannot wait for April 21st so I can see this again.
Dude, I'm definitely seeing this again. 100%.
It was really good. And like I said, like even if we may have spaced out a little during this because I mean it's tough. Like I said, we only seen this one time last night, and we had to drive into the city. There was a lot going on. It was a free screening. People were amped up. So but yeah, I cannot wait for everyone to see this.
We got to give the people fresh insight on opening day.
Like what we'll do when it becomes available for like streaming and like DVD release and shit like that, where we can actually sit down, take notes, really break it down.
Waterboy, what do you rank this movie?
Honestly, I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10. I love this movie.
Crap. Let's go. Sean, what do you got?
All right, dude. So I can't lie to the people that actually follow us on Facebook and Twitter. But in the words of my boy Blue from Varsity Blues, it's a 10. It's a fucking 10.
Let's go. And I'd give this a 8.7. And I'm pretty sure that's the highest.
You, dude.
Dude, that's so 8.7.
I know.
Fuck.
Yeah,
but
this is just I give it a 10. Just
no, we're still on the Evil Dead high. But honestly, a few more things I just want to say. Like, I love this because the atmosphere felt so fresh for an Evil Dead movie. I want the director completely understood his assignment. He knocked it out of the park. There was some great scenes, great shots, and it also kept me guessing. Like, I did not know who was gonna. I'm like, they're not gonna kill these kids, are they? Like, dude, I had no clue.
Those kids, dude.
Right? Like, I had no clue. I'm like, they're not gonna kill this. And I want to say the acting was incredible. Like the two main women, absolutely badass.
Dude, yeah, dude, the sisters, so good.
Dude, they knocked it out of the park. The little girl, like we said earlier, you want to hug and protect her. And even the other two kids, like, they're all like, the acting was unbelievable. You had crazy kills. You had the gore. It was fucking disgusting. You had some very subtle, very dark humor mixed in too. The character development was incredible. They raised the stakes. You had a mom, you had kids involved. Never mind, you find Beth is pregnant. Like, are you fucking?
You took it out of the woods.
Like the stakes raised so much, and you can tell this movie's gonna be good because also, like, a fun fact is this was supposed to just be on HBO Max. Like, they were gonna release this on HBO Max, but after they tested this with the audiences loved it. And they're like, oh my God, this needs a theatrical release. So I thought that was really, really cool. And I'm not even going to do a ranking. I'm going to rank all my Evil Dead right now. I'm going to tell you, this is my ranking. I did it, including the show. All right, so I got Evil Dead 2, Ash vs. Evil Dead series. Then I got Evil Dead Rise. And then I got Army of Darkness. And then I got just the awful, forgettable Evil Dead.
That's pretty much like, my same thing.
I literally wrote it down. I'm like, I'm just gonna throw it in rating, like, just and even though I ranked this 4 out of 6. That's just because I literally love, like, those first. I love, like, 5 of them. 5 out of the 6 of the series, well, including the show. Incredible.
So
much
good,
fun.
Dude.
I love them. I just love. Yeah, it was great. It was an awesome movie. Badass. Great time. And
honestly, not to mention.
Yeah, all right, go ahead, Waterboy.
I was gonna say, Sam Raimi, the original guy, like, who created The Evil Dead, he actually hand chose Lee Cronin to direct this movie, which is crazy. And this is like one of his first big blockbuster hits. He's only been part of 3 other movies, and 2 pretty much unknown. So incredible.
Yeah,
you guys missed it, but he was on before the start of the movie. You guys walked in.
I walked in. I know. I saw him talking.
Just as he told you to, like, enjoy the movie, but he tells you it's a wild ride from start to finish. Yeah. If you're here for the gore, there's plenty of it in there. If you're here for the blood, there's plenty of it in there.
Right.
If you're a true fan of the franchise and you want a storyline, it's in there.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell that he genuinely poured his heart and soul into this.
Yeah. No, he knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, and that he's a fan and not just a filmmaker, because this man fucking crushed it.
100%. Dude, he knocked it absolutely out of the park. It's such a great job. And some of the shots, like, just we talked about, like, the peephole scenes when they were, like, looking through like the peephole, the door, and you saw the chaos.
Yep. Bravo, like, to the cinematographers,
dude. Oh, beautiful.
Dude, the atmosphere, how dark it was with the candles. They lit candles. Like, the movie looked, it felt so bleak, and just. They knocked this out of the park. They did a really, really good job on this.
Just giving it a dark atmosphere. And
just real quick to touch on something. Like, you had mentioned the camera work through the peephole.
Yeah.
You've seen that kind of shot in dozens of other movies.
Oh, yeah.
That shot doesn't last more than 2-3 seconds. And you get, like, the quick side eye or, like, the quick jump scare.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That shot was a focal point in what I consider, like, Act 3 of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And there's easily 10 to 12 minutes of film footage that's on screen through this peephole. Yeah. And they fucking crush it. You don't lose interest. You don't get tired of the shot. You actually, I honest to God, I don't know if you guys saw this, but when she started killing the entire floor, through the peephole, I sat forward in my seat like this. Like I was going to be able to look through the peephole and get a better look.
What's going on over there?
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, should we wrap this up? Tell them what's next.
We're going wrap this up. Back to Tubi. In Tubi Land, brother, or Plex Entertainment, both free apps on the TVs. You can go there and you can watch next week's episode, which is a 2018 film, brother, of Hellfest. That's right. Your boy, Postman John, is sticking with the fest because he's the best. We did Bloodfest and now I'm doing Hellfest. Yeah, boy. Flavor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And as always,
yeah.
I'm Justin. And
nope.
You guys. Nope.
I'm Sean.
I'm Chris.
Peace out.
Nah, fuck that, dude. I'm Hacky, that's Stabby, and that's Slashy. Even though you won't accept it, that's just Justin.
I'm just Justin.
Slashy.
Peace out.
Slashy. Later.
Slash that shit. I'm out.